Hello, everybody. This is Daniel Wynn, and I want to thank you for joining us today for the Mobile Marketing for Doctors webinar. Today, I'm going to show you one of the fastest, uh, most, most fastest, quickest ways that you can get business for your practice, and why you should start considering a mobile marketing strategy. So, for those of you in the audience that have a smartphone or an iPhone, you know how convenient it is to look for just about anything. It knows where you're at, and then you can just type in just about any type of goods or services, and it starts putting up these little red dots on the map to show you which businesses are there. When you get to those, when you click on those little red pins, it gives you the name of the business, the address, phone number, and you can also click through to their website. So let's go over some of the statistics to see why you should start considering a mobile marketing strategy. Why mobile is so important is because currently there are out of the 7 billion people, or almost 7 billion people on Earth, there's like 1 billion people that are internet users. So it's about 1 billion too. But there are 500 billion people with cell phone subscriptions. So that's 4 times the amount of people that are searching on the internet through a desktop. So that's a huge market. In some countries, there are obviously more internet cell phone subscriber users than there are actually land subscribers. So mobile apps provide phone numbers and directions for your businesses. So here's an example for Enterprise Car Rental where they show up in the local PIN, and you can see that they have some links to different parts of their Google Places page. And what's cool is that you can actually ask it to give you directions to where you're going to. And this is a very convenient product that the iPhone and the smartphones have, and it's probably one of the most used products that I use personally out of all the different apps that I have. Now here's a great statistic. In 2015, mobile local search volume will surpass desktop local search for the first time. In the year after, they expect mobile search to exceed 27.8 billion queries. So there's the graph right there. The interesting thing is that I heard another statistic, and I couldn't find a graph for it today, but currently smartphones are only about 25% of all all cell phones that are in usage. So really only 25% of all cell phone users have smartphones. So that is going to continue to grow. I mean, just recently, my mom got a smartphone, and she loves it. So this is the trend, and this is how people are finding goods and services locally around the globe. What happens is when you search on your smartphone, currently you're using just Google Maps, and those are being used on the iPhone. But there's a little battle going on between Google and Apple is actually coming out with their own map because they think they can do it better than the great service that I believe Google already provides. So Google's all excited about the challenge, and they're starting to add more features to their Google Places maps and pages. So what's going to happen is basically there's going to be a battle on of the maps, and you're going to need to be found on all of these different maps, and that's what we're here to teach you how to do. What happens with the Google Maps and the Google Mobile is that it basically takes you to the businesses that have claimed their Google Maps and their mobile, and their Google Maps and the mobile is basically they work hand in hand together. You can find it on your desktop, you can find it on your smartphone. And what happens is that you want to make sure that you've claimed your business and optimized for the right keywords, and you want to make sure that you rank in the top 7 because that's the ones that are going to get the most traffic. Unfortunately, if you show up as the 8th business or the 9th or the 12th or the 14th business in your category, you're virtually not going to be found. The truth of the matter is If you rank less than number 3, your chances of being found and called as a business are reduced dramatically. And as we've gone over before in the past, once you have those Google places and the Yahoo and the Bing and the Yelps, they take you to their actual pages that they've allowed you to establish for these business. Now here's another breaking news. This actual Google Places page is now outdated as of last week. Google Places, Google Maps has now created a whole new system where they're integrating it with social media. So LinkedIn, Facebook, and Twitter. And I'll go over that in the weeks ahead. But the same information that you had is on there, except now they're integrating it with social media, which was obviously going to happen. I mean, that's the way that's the evolution of marketing, that's the evolution of the web currently. So these listings that you've created in the past or that you need to create now are going to still be very, very relevant for regular desktop search and for local mobile maps marketing search. Okay, so mobile maps marketing revolves around the big 3, Google, Yahoo, Bing, but also we know Yelp and some of these apps are taking some very valuable traffic away from the search engines like Google, because a lot of times now when people are searching for a restaurant or services, if they've downloaded the Yelp app, which I have and I do, I search for restaurants because I can read more comments and more reviews on Yelp than I can currently on the big 3. So I'm able to look up when I go to a city or even to a new city or even in my current city, I can look up and see how people are rating the businesses. And that's how I decide on many of the businesses that I patron, and that's how your potential patients and clients will be searching now and in the future. And once again, with the mobile maps, you can add videos, pictures, reviews, and coupons, which are very important, products that you promote and sell, and obviously links, valuable links back to your website. So the directory can act as your website if you don't have one. So Forrester Research just released a study saying that over 90% of small businesses said that the top way for getting new business was with social search engine marketing. And search engine marketing is anybody that uses a search to find a business or a service. Search being Google, Yahoo, Bing, Yelp, etc., and the other search engines. Okay, so let's take a look. So now that you've decided that you're going to have a mobile marketing strategy, you also have to consider, well, what are those people going to find when they come to your website? As you can see on the left, a mobile website without a optimized mobile website program script looks busy on the left. You have the video, which we obviously promote. It's a very laid out, nice website. You have the Facebook link. It's got all the words, but it really has too much words and too many things to do for somebody that is on a smartphone, especially us people over 40 that are on smartphones and we have trouble sometimes seeing the letters. So, but on the right-hand side, what you want to have for your part of your mobile strategy is you want to have a mobile website that has a specific page that gives your client or prospect the option of doing 2 or 3 or 4 actions maximum. So this is why this has these 5 buttons. It says contact Bayview, directions to Bayview, women's imaging, about your exam, and make an appointment. And then you have the links down below so you can hit for email, maps, Facebook. This is an optimized mobile website landing page, and this is what you will need to make it easier for your potential clients to find you. Yeah, they'll still find your phone number, they'll still find your address on the app on the left-hand side, but they'll gravitate more towards the bigger buttons and the stuff that's easier to read right-hand side. So here's a set of examples for mobile tap-to-calling landing pages. You can see we have some for dentists, salons, attorneys, chiropractors. We have them for all industries. And basically we like to give the visitor a couple of quick choices. Call us so they can start calling the office, or find the maps to the business, or call, send an email to get a question answered. The great thing about with mobile tracking is that you can, with mobile marketing, is that once you set this up, if you set it up correctly, you can track the amount of phone leads that you receive from these applications. So it's not like most of the marketing that you've probably done in the past where you have no accountability whatsoever for your advertising dollar. When you set this up properly, this actual phone tracking of the leads for phone calls is only $8 a month. And we advise everybody out there to make sure that they have a phone tracking system. And what's even cooler about this system is that if you're not sure how your receptionist and your office management and your office staff are answering telephone, you can actually record the conversations as the calls are coming in. And what a great way to know if your message is being relayed properly to the people that are calling your business. We've done case studies in the past where we've recorded these, and we have some very, very interesting lessons that the business owner and the doctors learn. And it's basically sometimes people are putting people on hold too long, they're brushing them off. I mean, it's really not a friendly environment. And you have to have a strategy for capturing those people that call your business. And you have to have some great procedures in place to make sure that you maximize the return on your investment, because that's what it is. You're spending money to get the phone to ring, and now you want to give those people the best experience because they have the dollars and they're the ones looking to spend the money on the goods or services. If you haven't done this already, I've been encouraging this for the last couple of weeks, is you can check out your local mobile ranking by entering your business phone number into the right-hand side here. And basically the URL on the bottom here is the win.localrankingreport.com. If you go there and enter in your phone number, you'll get a report back that shows whether or not you've claimed your listings and what keywords that your listings have been optimized for, and if they have rankings. So in this particular example, this is a center up in San Rafael. They actually had 6 keywords ranked in the top 3. 4 of them were number 1, and 1 was number 2, and 1 was number 3. And which means that basically they were getting the most amount of traffic, the most amount of views, and the most amount of phone calls because we had optimized their directory listings for them. And you should enter your phone number, and then once you do that, if you enter in your email and your name, it takes you to a 15-minute video that you could watch that shows you exactly what you have to do in order to be the dominant business in your local area. So I really encourage everybody to take a couple minutes and write down that email down there, and please go and test your ranking, because most of the people that have been testing their rankings have been learning that they're not ranking at all, which means that they're spending money on whatever they spend money on. I know doctors, they travel all across the country, they set up these at these seminars, they spend thousands and thousands of dollars. They spend thousands of dollars on advertising, yellow pages, but they don't even claim their local directory listings. It's so funny, like the gold is right there in the backyard, but yet you're searching all over the world to find more gold. So I think this is a great tool for you to find out where you're at and to begin the process of claiming those valuable pieces of real estate on the internet. So what's the summary here? Number 1 is that you need to find out where your website ranks. Number 2 is you need to start claiming those listings, because most of them are free. Next, you should decide who in your staff or who is going to implement your mobile strategy. And next, after that, number 4, you should automate the marketing. You should have a mobile website, a custom mobile website page set up, and it is really inexpensive. Don't get afraid when you hear that now you need a mobile website. You don't need a new mobile website. You basically need a script or a page that people can find, and it's very inexpensive. It's a great investment. It's not the same cost of creating a regular website. I also encourage you to sign up for the call tracking reports so you'll know exactly how many calls are coming in from your lead generation efforts. That's the best way of tracking your return on your investment. And once you have this strategy working, what we encourage you to do next is to expand into more neighboring cities. So, to get started today, decide how many new patients you can handle each week and service, and make a commitment to having a marketing mindset. You can call us for a free lead generation and marketing review, and we can begin marketing your plan today. So if you have any questions, you can call us at 1-800-816-9777. So I did record this video for those of you that need to see it again or share it with your marketing person or share it with somebody else in your office, or if you need to review it because I went too quick. I often hear that. In summary, I kind of like to show you every couple of weeks what is happening out there in the internet marketing world, what are other businesses doing, and this mobile marketing has been going on for a couple of years. And of course, when it first came out, it was more expensive and it was more technical, but every day it gets easier to use and the costs go down using Moore's Law, just like your computers. They're faster, better, and they're cheaper than ever before. And the same thing with web marketing services. A few years ago, it was ridiculous what people wanted in order to get your website optimized, and it was ridiculous what they wanted in order to get the phone to ring. But just like Moore's Law, the value is going up and the prices are coming down. So please give us a call. We'll answer any of your questions or send us an email. I want to thank you for your time, and I will be back in a couple weeks with some more great information for you. Have a great day.